And welcome back to the Crypto Talk Show. Got a great show lined up. Absolutely. I don't have the access to the live chat. So I have to switch computers. I got to go in as a guest. I lost internet today somehow, and it disconnected the chat, at least on my end. I can see everybody's chat right here. So I will sometimes flip between my page and the guest page, viewing it as a guest. So the first 5 people here was Gordon Logan, AJ Singh, Mr. OG, Issa, and then BJ Carr. First 5 people show up. First brave people. All righty. We want to look at today. Crypto Hulk, show us the connections. Crypto Hulk, all the other channels are talking about how crypto is down. I'm going to show you today how everything's being set up. Like the restaurant is being built. Why are we talking about selling? It would be like you're building a restaurant and then you got friends who are like, so when are you going to sell the restaurant and make money off it? And I'm like, what? That's how it is with crypto. People are so fucking stupid. These other channels are so fucking stupid that report on prices every day. Well, Bitcoin's at this price. And dude, who the fuck cares? These people have no idea about crypto. I'm showing you. I'm going to show you. I have shown you like the past week when people are all stressing out over nothing. You know what that means? You don't have an understanding of cryptocurrency. What I'm showing you today is all the connections. They're building a restaurant. One day it opens. You know how that works? When you have a restaurant, you probably never had a business, but let's say you have. You put in for a permit. You don't know when, like, you know what? There's different stages. Okay, now you got to, after you get the permit, now you got to hire a construction company, and then they got to do an environmental study, like at least in California. You got all these things you got to do, and you don't know when the time frame is it's going to happen. You don't. You go get a permit? Yeah, we'll get to you in a few months on that. And then the next one is you got to get the right construction person. Oh, that'll take a while. It's just, you can't come up with times and dates. They are building the restaurant right now. Now's not the time to think about staking or selling. Like, that's all fucking stupid. Now's not the time to make money off your crypto. That's ridiculous. Now is the time to get institutional custody like Caleb and Brown. And each month when you get an allowance, whether it's $50, $100 or 500, whatever your thing is, it's time to watch Crypto Hulk Show and find out what cryptos are the biggest companies in the world working with. And then guess what? We buy those. At least I do. I want to know what BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank, and BlackRock are doing. And then I want to know what cryptos those 2 companies are using, because that's what I want to buy. I'm not trying to sell. Get that out of your fucking head. What's going to happen is you're fucked up, some of you guys. You're going to want to buy when XRP's at like $1,000. You're like, oh, man, and Chainlink will be at $1,000. Oh, shit. That's the time to sell if you want. Why are we even talking about, crypto prices, when are they going to go up? You want them to go up for what? So you can sell it? We haven't even taken off, you fucking cocksucker. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? That's how I think. People ask me, when is crypto going to go up? And I'm like, have you filled all your bags yet? Well, no. Well, then why the fuck do you want it to go up, asshole? Are you really that fucking retarded? The stupid ass questions I hear. I'm not ready to sell, me personally, so I don't give a fuck. Right now, I'm happy. Crypto's down, so I'm buying. Each month, I am buying. For about 1 to 2 days of the month, I'm crypto rich in my wallet, and then after 2 days, I'm poor. Then I got to wait till my next allowance for the next month. That's how I do it. I'm looking forward. I love these cheap crypto prices. I absolutely love it. I haven't bought crypto for like almost 5 years. It was about 4.5 years I went. And then I joined up with Caleb and Brown. So now I'm catching up on all the cryptos I missed out on for 4.5 years. I've got institutional custody now. Caleb Brown has institutional custody. It's with Fireblocks. Bank of New York Mellon uses Fireblocks. Guess what? BlackRock uses BNY Mellon for custody. Fireblocks has about 2,000 banks and financial institutions that they provide crypto custody for. That's why I'm with Caleb and Brown, because they have Fireblocks, and Fireblocks protects 2,000 banks and financial institutions worth of crypto. I'm not thinking about selling. Why the fuck do you even bring that shit up? When's crypto going to go up? So what? You could sell it? It hasn't even gone up yet. Now is the time. You're going to look back. Somebody bought Flare yesterday when you mentioned it. It's up 30%. Oh, see what happens? Now, I'm not telling you to go sell it off. Somebody said it's up 85%. This is what happens. My channel is shadow banned, but I think it still reaches a lot of people. And a lot of people are watching these dumbass shows, these dumbass crypto influencer shows. And then you watch Crypto Hulk and you're like, you look at it differently. This is a time. This is a beautiful time right now. And crypto's getting hammered. I fucking love it. Now I'm buying the cheap crypto. I'm buying fucking Hbar for what? 14 cents or something? I'm like, fuck. That's like 50% off sale. I am loving it. And what I do is I show you what the institutions are doing, what cryptos they're using, and it's up to you if you want to buy that shit. Or you could wait and buy it at $3, $5, $10. It's up to you. I'm trying to buy shit for a penny, for 14 cents, for 30 cents. I'm not trying to spend $10 for one crypto. Not trying to do that fucking shit, all right? It's a buyer's market. Who said that? Youth Sports Network. Get a fucking loan. If you don't have the money, get a loan. That's how I bought my gold. Back in August, I think it was, maybe September, August, September, I spent 2 months worth of salary on gold. I didn't have the money. I maxed out 4 credit cards. I'm just letting you know what I did, okay? I got the last of my gold. I started buying gold when it was about $1,600 an ounce. And then when it hit 2,000, I'm like, fuck, I'm going all in. I took a bank loan by using my credit cards and bought 2 months worth of salary that I make in gold. I'm still paying it off. I think around May 2nd or June 2nd, I'll have all that shit paid off, okay? Now, I had moving in between. Moving set me back 1 to 2 months worth of paychecks. So probably I should be all done now, April. And I kind of said that. I said it's probably going to take me February, March, April to pay it all off. But guess what? I got all the gold I wanted at $2,000 an ounce. Took me like 7-8 months to pay it off. I don't care. I got all the gold I wanted, $2,000 an ounce, okay? I'm ready for gold to go to 10,000. XRP King Duck, member for 23 months. Thank you very much for holding that membership at the 2024 crypto explosion. Going above and beyond. And then he gives a donation, tax-free. Look, if you don't have the money for a donation, I started my channel as a 100% free channel in 2000, right around March, April. Biden took office. About a year later, I lost about 20 to 30% of my retirement pay. Thank you, Joe Biden. So I decided I could be a fitness trainer in Sacramento area and just quit crypto completely. That would suck. Or I could start having memberships on my program, try to help people as much, because my original intent was just to do free shows. I love doing Crypto Hulk. It's fun. I like helping people become rich. I like to be a disruptor on the YT platform. I fucking love it. Okay. I love exposing all the truth and evidence no other channel has. Nobody can touch my fucking deep dive. Okay. But I had to pay bills. I lost 30% of my retirement. I'm like, fuck. I asked you guys, I think, on my show, said, hey, I got some options. In a couple of months, Crypto Hulk is done. I'm going to move out of the mountains, move back down to Sacramento, and become a fitness trainer, and Crypto Hulk show's over. I can't do the shit for free anymore. I lost 30% of my fucking money. But I got an option. I said, I can start charging for memberships. I said, look, most of my shows I'll try to do free because I am trying to help make sure nobody falls behind. So I said this, could you please get a membership and I can still keep doing Crypto Hulk. I can still keep reaching everybody around the world, rich, poor. Hey, I was talking to a guy earlier, $1 million in crypto, asking me advice about VeChain and some other cryptos. I'm not going to talk about what we discussed. The guy relies on me. He probably spends, I don't know, $10,000 a month on crypto and has done that for like 3, 4, 5 years. Ever since I've been on, the guy spends $10,000 a month on crypto. And he checks in frequently because he wants to know. He doesn't have time to watch every day. So that's why I come in. He asked me, what's been going on the past month? What cryptos would you suggest I buy? And I'm like, well, the same fucking ones I buy. He's like, what is it? He runs it down. And he's like, okay, I'll put 5,000 into that. He's like, what's the other one? I'm like, well, I'm not going to mention them, but I'm like, look at this one. It's more for DeFi. He's like, okay, I'll put 2,000 in that. Like, we're talking, and he probably just spent like 10 G's. All right. So there you go. Solar nodded. Oh yeah. So if you're somebody who doesn't have any money, and then I'm going to get on with this show, like this particular show, write in the comment section, comment, go to my main shows, write in the comment section, comment, like this show and save it to your favorites on YouTube. And lastly, please do this. It really helps. I'm telling you what, it really helps. Pick 15 different programs and put it in like a playlist, hit play, turn the sound off, go to sleep, go to work the next day, come back 16 hours later, whatever. You've just helped out Crypto Hulk. You just helped bust the algorithm so we can reach more people. And I can keep the show on just like it is. I got members. I appreciate members. You don't have to. And I understand that. I'm still trying to honor what I did at first, have an open show for everybody. Now, I would say 9 out of 10 shows are open. But I've been doing this for 5 years. Some people say enough is enough, Crypto Hulk. You've already had 5 years of free fucking shows. Are you going to go 6, 7, 8? So that's it. I've learned more in 1 month, says Solar Nodded, with Crypto Hulk than all the other YouTube channels. He shows us the facts with evidence to back it up. I canceled all my other YouTube memberships. At Crypto Hulk is the Crypto OG. Right on for that. Michael David, thank you very much. Tax-free donation from Michael David. That's awesome. Let's see what happens here. Okay, now let's get into it. B Field says, no stress here, but I definitely would be stressed if not for the Hulkster. James Edwards says, I'm very honored and glad to be a member of your Crypto Hulk University. That's faux show. James and the other one, wait, hold on. Midwestern Outdoor Boys, tax-free donation, FU YouTube. All right. Oh, yeah. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advising. Before every show, I get really fucking high. I snort 3 lines of heroin. They're about the size of my pinky, 3 millimeters wide, about 30 millimeters long. I inject about an ounce of heroin. And I have a chimpanzee who's actually my financial advisor who tells me what to tell you guys. Okay. So you get information from a chimpanzee. Mr. Heath, member for 25 months. Oh, damn. You are learning from the best. Smash the like button. Disabled XRP, tax-free donation. You got the choo-choo train rolling through. All right, here we go. In the news, Hbar, just letting you know. Hey, just to let you know, I'm not trying to steer you guys into any particular crypto, okay? I look for news. I have different news sources that I look through. And if it pops up and I see a good use case, then I report on it. I let you make a decision. I show you the research. I present the research, and then you buy it or don't buy it. It's up to you. You know, some people are like, oh, he's pushing a certain crypto. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Now, I tell you when I buy, just in April 1 and 2, I bought 50% of my crypto allowance for April. I dumped into Hbar, so that's 50%. ZK Sync is 25%, and then 25% of Flare. I'm pretty sure that's what I got this month. So there you have that. There's the news, the Hedera news article. Let me read it real quick. Now, here's what we want. Well, here's what I want. I want a crypto, if possible, with a lot of different use cases. Why is that? Because if they get jammed up with one use case, they got 3, 4, 5 others. Hedera is just that, the Hbar crypto. Why? Because you have the Hedera group, okay? It's a group of like 20 or 30 global corporations. Imagine this. Okay, look, think about Ethereum. What do you have? Well, you have nothing really. Vitalik Buterin's a crackhead. You look at this guy, clearly he's fucked up and on drugs. He's a crack baby. His mom was probably high as fuck when she was a whore screwing the husband. Or not the husband, but the truck driver guy that gave birth to Vitalik Buterin. Hbar is a different beast. You've got 20 to maybe 30. I'm not familiar. You got 20 to 30 global corporations that make up the Hbar crypto. Are you hearing that? So you've got 20 to 30 successful global companies coming together to create a crypto we call Hbar, which is a hash graph, and it's designed to do about 5, 6, 7 different things. One of them, we're going to get into what those are, but I just wanted to tell you that. Hold on a minute. Joseph, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Crypto Gamblers and Narcotics Anonymous class. Hopefully my program doesn't trigger you to do drugs or drink alcohol. let us go to the article here. Now, Hbar, the Hashgraph Group, a Switzerland-based venture capital and technology firm supporting the Hedera blockchain network, has announced a strategic investment in agri-tech company. It's called AgNext Technologies. Now, wait a second, Crypto Hulk. You've got Hbar. I thought it's a crypto and it's dealing with money and all that. What are we doing in agriculture? This is another use case that I'm telling you about. So Hbar can do different things because it's got a 20 corporation backing. You got 20 corporations in Hbar. So it's not just going to do one thing. A lot of these cryptos just do like one thing, not Hbar, okay? According to the details in the press release on April 7th, the collaboration, we'll see, the Hedera blockchain network support AgNext, growing artificial intelligence driven agricultural solutions. So that's like farming, isn't it, Crypto Hulk? It's dealing with food and agriculture. So this is a different use case now. Oh, interesting. I personally didn't know that Hbar is hooking up with the farmers or whatever, okay? Just the farmer's daughter. The investment sees the Hashgraph Group join AgNext, recent fundraising initiative led by Denmark-based Novo Holdings. But more than that, is a key integration milestone for the Hedera blockchain. In particular, AgNext is looking to leverage Hedera's distributed ledger technology to digitize trust. Here's what it's for. Here's what they're doing with AgNext. They're digitizing trust in the supply chain ecosystem. Now, this is kind of going after VeChain. Okay, what VeChain can do. So, I have VeChain. I have the same number of XRP that I do VeChain. So let's say I have 10,000 XRP. I got 10,000 VeChain, okay? I'm telling you what, I don't doubt VeChain, but Hedera is doing a whole lot of shit. And VeChain, I haven't heard them really doing shit at all. Now, am I going to sell my VeChain? No. But they're kind of working on the same thing. Supply chain ecosystem, that's what VeChain's doing. But I'm seeing Hedera in the news every day, and I don't see VeChain at all in the news. So just for what it's worth, that's my opinion. That's my opinion only. They're talking about traceability across food supply chains. That's what VeChain's supposed to do. But what am I reading? I'm reading Hedera's doing it instead, just for what it's worth, okay? With this strategic, let me make sure my show is still there. I'm going to leave the article at that. Let me click out of that. Let me show you here another article. I'm not going over the article. I'm just going to show you it. Now, Hedera isn't just for farmers or the farmer's daughter. It's about SealsQ. SealsQ is a real company. You can buy their stock for like $2-3 right now. If you can get it, I'd say buy it. SealsQ is a company of WiseSat, okay? And what they're doing is they're working with Hedera to stop quantum computer attacks. That's use case number 2. VeChain's not doing that, okay? So I'm just letting you know, use case. Next, we're talking about Hbar again. I'm not going to read the article. I already did a couple days ago. Look at the use case here. Number 3. All right. Use case number 3. Alchemy Pay. So there's a company called Alchemy Pay, and it joins forces with Hbar. So now we got Hbar on its third use case, payments. Okay. VeChain's not doing that. Next, here we have Hbar, fourth use case. Hbar is working with who? Well, wait till you hear this. NVIDIA, that's the world's biggest microchip maker. NVIDIA, NVIDIA, and they're working with Intel. Oh, shit. Here's the title. I don't hear VeChain doing this. This is the fourth use case. NVIDIA and Intel to incorporate Hedera to comply with EU regulations for AI. Fourth use case. Fourth use case, Hbar. Next, Hedera is linked up with Chainlink. I'm telling you what, fucking Hedera, I don't know what it is, 14 cents or something? That's why I bought 50% of my fucking money with that shit. I spent 50% of my allowance on that shit. Henry Brown gave somebody a membership. It was T. Mayfield. Right on for that. And then Henry Brown gave somebody a membership. It was Martin Ischendorn. Henry Brown comes in here. Thanks for the tax-free donation there, buddy. Hbar is hooking up with farmers, and Henry Brown is hooking up with the women. Yes, you heard live on Crypto Hulk Show. Wu-Tang is forever, and that's faux show. This dude always has something funny to say. All right. Intel, when did that happen? Says Sammy Ben. I already clicked out of the article, dude. I can't go back. I can't go back and do it all over. Yeah, I can't go back. Or whatever. Eddie Money. That's a 1986, 87 Eddie Money song. I want to go back. That's a good song, though. I don't know if I wouldn't want to go back. I'd like to go back and do shit all over again. If I could take it back to 7th grade. I go back about 7th grade. Get all my homework done. Work a lot during the summer so I can take the school year off and study and keep my grades up. And yeah. All right. Here we go. You've got Hedera Hashgraph hooking up with Chainlink. Here it is right here. What? Did we lose the show? No, we didn't. Got it right there. Okay. Here is Chainlink, and look, it's and this does not end with Hedera. Hedera hooks up with Chainlink to provide real-time data feeds. That's what Chainlink does. It's an oracle, and it puts out accurate time feeds. I'm not getting into that. Here again, Hedera again hooks up with Ripple, XRP Labs, and Algorand. Look at this right here. Just nonstop with Hedera. That's why I got Hedera. That shit's going to go fucking nuts. When all the dumb shit's over and everybody's, whatever it is, whatever this little funk that's going on, and these cryptos take off, I think Hedera is going to take off first. Just the amount of news, article after article after article, just over and over. The price don't go up, fine. Because one day that shit might go from 14 cents to $14. I'm not fucking lying, all right? With all the fucking news that I read off with Hedera and that shit don't go up, this is all fake. One day when that flip is switched, or that switch is flipped, just letting you know. Let me check some comments here. Solar Nodded says Hedera is supposed to be like 1,000. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hey, it might go from 14 cents to $1,000. I wouldn't doubt it at all. All right. Next article. Department of Justice. Let's look at this right here. We do a copy and a paste. Crypto Hulk. Why are the crypto prices so cheap? Why in the past, Crypto Hulk, hasn't crypto taken off? Well, here's why. Joe Biden. Department of Justice ends crypto enforcement team. The United States Department of Justice closed the National Currency Enforcement Team. This is the latest in a sweeping set of pro-crypto moves under President Donald Trump. It aimed at rolling back his administration views as regulatory overreach by the Biden administration. The U.S. Department of Justice, I used to work for them. The U.S. Department of Justice Department abruptly shut down its National Crypto Enforcement Team, signaling a major shift in how the federal government will handle crypto-related crimes going forward. The United States Attorney's Office will now take the lead on digital asset cases. Very interesting. I think I will leave that article right there. Let me check the comment section. Henry Brown. Once we have global regulations, legislation, and adoption, we will look back at the Crypto Hulk show and be thankful for the information we received. We were early. Yeah. You know, we're going through a whole lot of shit right now. It doesn't make sense. All the information I'm giving you guys, man, XRP should be at least $100 at a minimum. All these cryptos, like, we should not be broke. Right now, we should not be broke. Something is going on, and it doesn't make sense. Let me tell you, I worked law enforcement for a lot of years. When I come into a situation, whether it's a domestic dispute, husband, wife, boyfriend are mad at each other. Oh, stop, silly. What I've noticed was this, is that something is fake and it's not right. Okay? That's what I've seen. All the shit that doesn't make sense, they're telling us, the news media is telling us 2 + 2 = 3. I'll tell you, we get all this news, all these business relationships, nothing happens with the price. Something's going on, everybody. Now, people that don't have Crypto Hulk, they're losing their fucking minds. People that watch my show, you guys know something's up. This ain't normal. When you hear news like this, these cryptos need to be fucking going up like crazy, but they're not. That tells us something's wrong. That's why I have the bullshit meter right here. Let me take a look. We're going to talk about next. We're going to talk about Pfizer. I want you to see early Ripple partner Pfizer right here. I want you to see something. Pfizer is a payments company that is a Ripple partner from like day one almost, all right? Stripe. This article here shows 2 different payment service providers, Pfizer and then Stripe. Pfizer is a Ripple partner. Stripe is a Stellar partner. Both of these, I'm going to tell you something. If you're an investor and you're somebody who maybe doesn't want to invest in Crypto Hulk, I got enough crypto. I need to like buy other stuff. See if you can get access to Fiserv. That would be a stock you want to get. Stripe. See if you're able to invest in Stripe. These are two that will have first mover advantage. Now, let me show you the evidence first, and then we'll get on with the article. I'm going to show you the evidence here. Nobody else has this except me. No other channel has this kind of evidence. Here's a video I made. Go to the 19-second mark. 19-second mark. What do you see? Top left, Ripple Labs says meet the team. You got Apple, Boku, Elon, and what? Fiserv. Right there. Ripple partner. This is 2014. Next, here's Stellar and Stripe. Let me show you this evidence. So I want you to notice Ripple is hooked up with Fiserv. Stellar is hooked up with Stripe. Here it is right here. Stellar and Stripe integration. This is a Stellar website, right? No, Stripe website. But they're showing you how they're integrated right here. All right? Now, let's get on to the article. Will Fiserv and Stripe pave path for more special bank charters? Stripe, the latest acquirer seeking a special bank charter. Fiserv made the move before Stripe last year. In the current landscape where payment processors, like Stripe's a payment processor, Fiserv is a payment processor. What is going on here? They want to become kind of like banks. They are ahead of everybody else. So that's called first mover advantage. If you're somebody who's an accredited investor or an institutional investor, you may not know the relationships, but I just showed you Fiserv is day one Ripple. They're ready. Whenever this green light shit happens, Fiserv and Stripe are going to go fucking nuts, okay? The rest of the payment industry will be like, what? What is going on? And then they're going to, we got to become a bank too. And guess what? That shit's going to take 1 to 2 years. And guess what? By then, Stripe and Fiserv will have all the customers. And guess what? No one's going to want to leave. That's how the shit works. That's why I'm telling you, if you're an investor and you're able to get these, get them now. Because they're showing us right here, they're trying to become a bank or as close to a bank as they have to. So what are they doing? They're buying banks. Are you seeing this? They're buying banks. Because that's where all this goes. Remember, you have 100 crypto exchanges, right? And then how many you got at the end? 10. This is what's going on. You're getting a payments company, buying a bank. Now they come together. Guess what? That bank probably has a license from the SEC. Oh, now you get crypto. See how all this works? And Fiserv and Stripe are there early. I'm not going to read the article. They're getting all hooked up, getting their SPAC, special purpose access, whatever the fuck that shit is. They're getting all lined up with whatever banking licenses they need. In this paragraph here where it says economics and expansion, go to the third paragraph. It says there are clearly lots of questions about why Fiserv is applying for a bank license. Very interesting, isn't it? Okay. This is what's going on right there. So I'm going to click out of that article. Check the comments here. Where are we at? How many minutes are we at? 30, 40? 40 minutes. Okay. It's either deal with the banks or become one of your own. HSBC, April 20th, is going to shut down for maintenance. Joshua Joseph says He says they're going to switch to faster payments. That's what's going on, everybody. They're all getting hooked up. They're getting hooked up. The restaurant is being built. The restaurant is being built. You're not making money off it now. The restaurant is not made yet. Now, once the restaurant gets made, they open the doors and it's money time. So right now, it's time for you to get a loan if you have to. Utilize Caleb and Brown just in case there's a quantum hack or something. And let's get going. Let me go to the next article. Whew. There's a lot here to unload in that one. Chainlink. Okay, let's go over Chainlink. It's $14. You got Chainlink at Caleb Brown. I was talking to somebody in the past couple days. I'm not going to tell you who, but they're a whale. And Chainlink came up. I'm not going to tell you what we talked about, but you might be able to figure out from the article that I'm reading, okay? There's something called Hbar Capital, and it taps Chainlink. Here we go again. Chainlink just hooked up with Hedera, right? Chainlink just hooked up with Ripple, didn't they? You starting to see where I'm going with this Chainlink thing? It's about who you make business deals with. Chainlink's making them with the biggest. It's called Hbar Capital. It taps Chainlink, standard to power tokenized funds. I want you to see something again. Crypto Hulk, name shit that you see popping up all the time in crypto that you never seen before. Okay. 6 months ago, I never saw tokenization. Web3, Hedera, Chainlink. All the shit just keeps popping up. BNY Mellon, BlackRock, tokenization, Ondo. This is the fucking shit I'm seeing every day, twice a day. So what I do to you is give you cryptos and companies that are popping up twice a day. That's right there what you want to keep your eye on, okay? I don't care about price. I prefer if the prices are low. That means I buy. When the prices start going up, I get less and less of these cryptos. I can't afford them. Hbar Capital, an on-chain infrastructure platform for regulated real-world assets. This talk tokenization. Way. Axelar is in this news. Well, maybe not today. They're partnering with Chainlink to expand the adoption of its tokenized funds, including Chainlink cross-chain interoperability protocol and proof of reserve to bring real-world assets on-chain. It says offers exposure to investment funds by global asset giant BlackRock. Oh, now we're starting to talk about BlackRock, aren't we? And which BlackRock is utilizing Ripple technology. And we got Nomura. They're utilizing Ripple technology through SBI. Let's get into those right now, shall we? Let's see how this goes. Here is an article. Let's see what it says. Ripple adopts Chainlink standard for better stablecoin pricing data. When was this, Crypto Hulk? January 7th, 2025. Let me tell you something. Ever since Ripple started with Chainlink in January, it's just nonstop with Chainlink. I want you to see something here. All of these cryptos that are good, they need a bridge, don't they? How does Chainlink get a bridge? Well, it helps to join up with Ripple, doesn't it? The global bridge currency sure helps Chainlink when they join Ripple, correct? Here's another article here. The article talked about BlackRock and Nomura, correct? Okay, let's see what we find here. Nomura and Ripple oh, there we go right there. Nomura and Ripple partner SBI Holdings support XRP. There we go with that. Now, the article mentioned BlackRock. So we got to start with the crypto Ondo. BlackRock wants to tokenize real world assets, and that's great. It's called tokenization, where you take real world assets and put them into a crypto form. It's totally legitimate. BlackRock, the world's biggest financial company, is tokenizing crypto using Ondo right here. It's using Ondo. But guess what? Ondo needs help. Yeah, because it's Ethereum based and Ethereum is not interoperable. So where does Ondo go to get BlackRock's tokenization done? Axelar. Oh, that's a Ripple partner right there. Their crypto is called AXL. And there's your evidence right there that they have to use Axelar. But here's your Ripple evidence here. So let me do a copy and a paste. XRP Ledger and the Ethereum virtual machine sidechain, enhancing interoperability with the Axelar bridge. There you go. Ondo, Ethereum based, can't do shit. That's why it has to have a bridge, Axelar. But how is that possible? Because the XRP Ledger has sidechains, Ethereum virtual machine sidechains. That Axelar is the bridge that Ondo needs to be interoperable. And then you throw Chainlink in there, bam, there you go. You got oracles. Not too bad. Let me check the comments here. Let's see here. Next article. Nope, here we go. Another giant. I want to show you what the giants are doing, everybody. You got to understand fundamentals. We get rich not from people like you and me spending our $50 or $100 or our $20. We get rich from articles like this. We get rich when the world's biggest banks pick different cryptos that we buy. And then the banks dump billions in. This is how we get rich right here. Here's the article titled, Taurus. Taurus unveils interbank digital asset network. Taurus is best known as a digital asset custody technology provider. So Taurus provides crypto custody to keep it safe, kind of like Fireblocks. Today, it's announcing Taurus Network, which will enable its clients to collaborate on digital assets, particularly for collateral. Let's go down to the next paragraph. Banking investors in Taurus include Credit Suisse, I think they're a Ripple partner, Deutsche Bank, Ripple partner, Arab Bank, I'm almost positive that's a Ripple partner. Now, we go down to the next paragraph, third paragraph, starts talking about Flowdesk. Let's not forget about Flowdesk, okay? Let's go down 3 paragraphs. Other custody providers, networks, and collaboration solutions include Fireblocks. Oh, they're talking about Fireblocks. That's my sponsor, Caleb Brown, utilizes Fireblocks for custody. Oh, look right here. They talk about Zodiac custody. You know what that is? That's Ripple. That's Medico. Now, let's go through this article real quick. Remember, Flowdesk, don't forget, because that's XDC. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Yep. Let me do a copy and a paste. Right here, custody firm Taurus partners with who? Temenos. So we just got done talking about Taurus and how their custody is with Flowdesk. But then the article talks about what I just forgot those two. But the two other custody providers. Let's look here. Temenos was one, but we look who's a partner of Temenos. Let's look right here. Let me do a copy and a paste. Yeah, talk about Fireblocks and Standard Chartered. So here, Temenos. Custody firm Taurus partners with Temenos. Right here, Ripple friendly Temenos. So now we know that Temenos is a Ripple partner. All this Taurus stuff. Now it looks like Ripple friendly Temenos, picked by Societe Generale Group to modernize the Czech Republic. Now, the article's talking about copper and State Street, okay? Since the article talked about that, let's see where these connections go. I'm showing you all the cryptos that are involved in this. Citibank is mentioned here. State Street is mentioned here. Copper is mentioned here. Let's take a look here. Copper. What is Copper and who are they using? That is Standard Chartered Bank. That's a Ripple partner right there, Copper. The article reads, Zodia Custody to integrate Copper. And what is Zodia Custody? That is Standard Chartered mixed with Ripple's custody solution called Medico that they bought. I think it was for $250 million. There it is right there. Stu Lavelle comes in with a tax-free donation there. Cheers for your hard work. Oh, yeah. And F YouTube. This game is easy, team, especially when you got Crypto Hulk just laying down facts. Standard Chartered backed Zodia Custody joins Ripple owned Medico. There you go. That's where all of it ends. Now, we talked about Citibank and Standard Chartered, right? Well, Citibank is using Volante. That's a Ripple partner. So there's your connection right there. Let me read the article. Just in, Citibank. Now, this is 2021, 4 years ago. Listen to this. Citibank extends partnership with Ripple-powered Volante. So now we know that Citibank and Ripple are partners. Here's another article with Citibank showing us they're using Ripple technology. Look right here. Citibank partners with Medico. This was in 2022. Medico is Ripple owned. Ripple owns Medico as of like a year or two ago. Let me show you this article here. This article here mentions HSBC, one of the biggest banks in the entire world. What do we have here? HSBC partners with Ripple. Ripple owned Medico. There you go. One of the biggest banks in the world. Citibank's the other biggest bank in the world using Ripple. Now things change. Now I'm going to show you where XDC crypto comes in. Whew, some of you are like, thank God. Well, Crypto Hulk keeps talking about XRP all the time. Okay, here we are. This is for people that have XDC crypto. crypto market maker. It's called Flowdesk. Here we go. Flowdesk was in the very first article we read. It's a market maker, and they joined the Canton Network. Canton Network, okay? This is massive right here. You've got all the top banks linked in with the Canton. You got like 30 banks mixed up with the Canton Network. I don't have that article, but you got like massive players in Canada. Read the article on your own here. USDC, which is Circle, is on stablecoin, which is a Canton Network right there. It's telling you. USDC stablecoin. What's the Circle stablecoin, Crypto Hulk? Well, that runs on Stellar. That's XLM crypto. Here's your evidence right here. Now it's all come in. So we talked about Ripple. Now I'm showing you here how Stellar runs USD Circle, which is hooked up with the Canton Network. We know Flowdesk is working with the Canton Network. What is the Canton Network and DAML? Let's do a copy and a paste. Right here, DAML, D-A-M-L. Canton is a DAML ledger interoperability protocol, okay? So it's kind of like the XRP ledger and smart contracts. Now, here's where I show the evidence. We've been going now for 10 minutes on this article, I'm sure. The evidence just never stops. That's what I'm showing you. All the cryptos that are going to be built, all these cryptos will build the financial future that you're going to see. Look at this article here. 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, smart contract language, DAML. You know what Ethereum is? Smart contracts. You know what this is? An improvement to Ethereum. This is an improvement to Ethereum. Ripple's all up in this. That makes DAML interoperable. Right here, smart contract language. It's called DAML, D-A-M-L. There's your Ethereum killer right there. Smart contract language DAML is now available on R3 Corda. What R3 is a company like Ripple. They have Corda, which is like your XRP ledger. But what crypto do they use, Crypto Hulk? Oh, well, it's this one right here. R3 Corda is going to get set to use XDC crypto. There it is right there. So that's the other one you want to buy. We got XRP in this article. We've got Circle in this article. We've got XDC in this article. What I just showed you is how the world, like a market maker like Flowdesk, is all mixed up in the State Street. Like all of these huge companies, they're using all the cryptos that I'm talking about in this program, and they're all super cheap. You have an ability right now, everybody. You're watching these other dumb shit channels, and it's like, oh, doom and gloom. Oh, the cryptos are down. Cryptos are down. Guess what? You got an ability to get in on what the biggest banks, the biggest payment processors, the biggest market makers in the world. I'm showing you exactly what cryptos they will use one day. Remember, the DAML one, that's been around for 5 years. Look, Flare jumped 50% earlier. I'm telling you, people are watching, people know, they watch Crypto Hulk show. This show is much, much bigger than what people actually realize. Stu Lavelle. See, look, these other channels, they're just fake, dude. All they want to talk about, look, when this crypto takes off, let's say we have a small pump, right? I could literally do this, and a lot of cryptos are going to go up, okay? That's what all these other crypto channels were doing. When crypto goes up, I could put a fucking chimpanzee, and they can go, the chimpanzee can pick cryptos. Anything's going up. Look, I could have something called dog shit coin. It's going to go up. All right. That's how it's been the past couple years and stuff. 3 to 4 years in crypto. Like you could literally kind of just that crypto right there and it goes up. But you know what? We're in a market now where bullshit crypto is not going up. And these channels are hurting. These channels are hurting because people are done with the dumb shit. They're saying, oh, yeah, get this one, get that one, and nothing goes up. Now these other channels are in trouble. They've been telling you, oh, they got all the chart analysis people out there. They keep trying to tell you, oh, yeah, this is going to $20, and it doesn't go up. So I just wanted you to see all this. XRP flip-flop. Thank you very much for that tax-free donation. I appreciate that. Keep enlisting, then ing us, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for that. XRP flip-flop. Then you got Stu Lavelle gave 20 people memberships. Let's take a look here on who those 20 are. Nehemiah is one. And let's take a look. Eagle Eye for the detail guy is 2. Robert De Niro. Welcome to the channel. It's always good to have a celebrity in the house. Mrs. X, 1776. Eduardo Giongo. Eduardo Giongo. Got a membership by Stu Lavelle. Chop Chop. Rollin Stone got a membership by Stu Lavelle. Striker. Miriam Yisrael McDonald. Ray. Bert and I got a membership from Stu Lavelle. Alex. Six-figure crypto. Nick Clausen got a membership. Jenny CD was gifted a membership. Good luck with your pup. Andres Escobedo got a membership. And Big Blue is the final one to get a membership by Stu Lavelle. You're at 1 hour, somebody says. Okay. That is it. I have no more news articles, so I'm completely done. I shot my wad. So we went over today fundamental news. We looked at the biggest corporations in the world. What are they doing? They're tokenizing, and they're using certain cryptos, and I told you exactly what cryptos those are. Unfortunately, we're not going to be rich tomorrow, but I can guarantee you what, when this green light takes off, you guys are all in the right cryptos. I will keep reinforcing to you real world use case. So you know, if you purchase a Crypto Hulk read off all the evidence. They're going to be using these. Maybe they're in a test phase now. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm reading to you fundamental news. The price doesn't go up, fine. It doesn't go up. It's chill. We got crypto. It's cheap. Okay. Because guess what? What if the price goes up? My show's done, isn't it? See how this works? When the prices just go, my show's done. You guys are priced out. Chainlink goes for $1,000. How many of you guys can really afford $1,000 for one? Probably one person on my show. That's it. You are priced out. This show, when this crypto takes off, this show's probably over. It's done. My job is to prepare you. Like that voice crying out in the wilderness, okay? I'm letting you know the time is coming. Be positioned. Get your custody with Caleb and Brown. If you need to get a loan now. Because look, you take $1,000 loan, $2,000, whatever it is. Think of all the cryptos you can get. Because if all these cryptos were to go to $100 right now, you're priced out. You're done. Your $1,000 ain't gonna buy shit. I don't know when that day comes. I don't know when these cryptos take off. What if XRP goes to like $5, $6, $7? A lot of you will be priced out at $7. What if XLM Stellar goes to like $4? You can't buy that shit anymore at $4 a piece. You can probably buy like 10 or 20 of them. You can't go in right now and pick up 1,000 Stellars. You can't do that. You're going to be fucked later. So whenever you can afford, take a loan. I'm still making loans on my gold payments, but I moved and shit. So maybe I'm already done paying off the gold. I don't know. But I'm still working on being debt-free, but maybe that happens in 2 months from now. I'm fine. Because you know what? I got all the gold I needed. I bought it on credit. I'm not bitching about it. I'm fine paying interest. I don't care. I got all the gold I need at $2,000 an ounce. So there you go with that. Let me do a quick check on the top chat here. I got 2 different screens I'm looking at. New to crypto. Thank you very much for that donation. I'm not watching them dumbass channels, Hulk. I'll tell you. It's funny, actually. Henry Brown, Life of the Rich and Crypto is the new show for Crypto Hulk. Hey, you never know if I make another show. All right, that'll be it. What time is it? 6 o'clock. Okay, give me about 2.5 hours. If I'm able, right now it's 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific. If I'm going to make a show, you should see it in about 2.5 hours on my program. So with that, I'm out of here and I got to go back to work.